Hello and welcome to my channel, and if you are returning, then hello. Thank you so much for coming back. Today I am sharing something that has absolutely changed my entire life and my business, that I know will also change yours if you just implement, and that is creating a vision board. Now, I know that a lot of people have created videos on how to create a physical vision board, but I don't know about you, but I've never really gotten along with creating a physical vision board. I'm not really a crafty person, and I hate waste. I really hate cutting things up for the sake of it and throwing things in the bin. It just annoys me. So I've always been a digital vision board type of person for several reasons, because I can carry it on my phone, I look at it on my laptop all the time, and I can see it. It's there with me wherever I go, as opposed to a physical vision board, which, yes, it might look good in my office and by my table, but I can't really take it anywhere with me. So with that being said, in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through exactly how to create a digital vision board. Now, before we even begin to do this, I'm going to be doing this in real time with you. There are two things that I want to share with you. The first is, why should we create a vision board? Now, you don't even have to be a person of faith or have woo-woo or anything like that to believe in this. But I can tell you hands down that what you think has a direct impact in what happens to you. So your mind is so powerful. You are a creator. You've got to realize that you have the ability to create your own future. And one of the best ways that you can do that is by having a very clear-cut vision picture of what that future should look like. That is where a vision board comes in. I can tell you countless amount of times where my life has changed because we held on to some sort of vision. One example I can share with you really quickly is a couple of years ago, my father-in-law came to our home, and he saw a piece of paper. It had been sitting there for some time. And he looked at it and he said, "Oh, what is this?" And I looked at it and I explained, and I said, "Oh, you know, when my husband and I, when we got together, we made a list." So back in 2007, actually, this piece of paper, it looks really rusty. It's on the screen right now. You can't really see it because it is that old. But we made a list. We created a vision of the type of home that we wanted to buy. We put down how many bedrooms we wanted it to have, bathrooms, garden, everything. Like, we described that home on that piece of paper. That was back then our vision board. We just wrote it as a list. We left that, and when my father-in-law picked it up and he read it, and he said, "Oh my goodness, this is your house. This is the house that not only did you purchase, but you know, you live in, you've paid off, all of those things." It came from that vision, right? So there is power in creating the vision, because once you create it, right, once you have that vision and you write it down, you are able to run with it. You are able to do incredible things because you had a vision. And one of the best ways to create a vision, yes, you could write it down, but you could also do a visual representation of that vision. And that is why a vision board is very important. So in its simplest form, a vision board is simply a collection of images and quotes that represents where you want your life to be. Now, if you're thinking, "Pam, I don't even know where I want my life to be in the next 1 year, 5 years, or where I'm trying to go. I haven't even sat down. I haven't been able to set my goals because so many things are happening to me," then I want you to have a look at this incredible free gift that we have for you. It is a goal setting strategy that I have spelt out for you that really helps you to set your goals, to set effective goals that you can actually achieve. I highly recommend getting that before you even build your vision board, because you need to have that goal in mind in order to be able to build a vision board that will work for you. So now let's move into creating this vision board. There are about 5 or 6 steps that I'm going to be sharing with you, and I'm going to be doing it in real time with you and walking you through exactly how I create my vision board and then what I use it for afterwards. So let's get started. So for your vision board, there are 7 things that I recommend that you have on it. So open a Google Doc, and you can change these things around, of course, to suit your life. This is your vision after all, but I'm going to give you my 7 things just so that you know what they are. So the first is business goals. You want to put that on there. Action words. So what are some of the words that are going to help you to propel forward to smash those goals? Family goals. Do you have children? Are you married? Are you single? Whatever the case may be, you have a family somewhere. You might want to have some family goals, fitness and health goals. So health and fitness goals. Do you have some goals for your health, for your fitness? Those are some of the things we want to have on this vision board. Number 5 is your happiness goal. This is so important because if you run a business, or if you have a 9 to 5, or if you are just busy for some other reason, it doesn't even matter what the reason is, you want to make sure that you carve out some time to yourself and really look after your happiness, because when it comes to getting results in life, your happiness is the clear indicator. Your happiness level is the clear indicator as to how quickly you will achieve those goals. I can tell you that right now. Number 6 is travel. So do you want to travel? Again, when it comes to happiness, traveling is one of the things that really helps me to boost my happiness goals. So you can imagine what happened during the pandemic when we couldn't travel. I had to find other ways to be happy. But anyway, travel is on the list. And finally, relationships. So again, this isn't family relationships, but other kind of relationships. Perhaps, relationships with other influencers in your space, people in business who you want to be associated with, or perhaps you have a goal of growing your network. All of these things have to be on your vision board. So the first thing you do is open up the Google Doc, and you have these, you write down your 7 themes, and then you want to go down and start penning down each thing under those goals, under those specific themes. So for business goal, what are your business goals? You want to write it down in there. So we have a business goal of doing 100K per month consistently. Right? This is something that we already do. And so I always have it on my business, on my vision board, because it's something that we want to continue to do. So just because it's happening doesn't mean it will keep happening. I've got to keep it at the forefront of my vision in order for it to continue to happen. And by the way, when I was doing 10K per month, I put it on my vision board. When I was doing £1,000 per month or $1,000 per month, again, it's something that I envisioned, and I always envisioned the goal ahead of time. So it doesn't matter what level you're at or where your business is at, whatever your business goal is, put it in there. Another business goal that I always have is hire. So who do I want to hire? I would pop it in there. Other business goals that I might have is work only 3 hours. So right now I actively work about 2 to 3 hours per day, and it works well for me. So again, it's on my vision board to remind me to take some time out of the business and spend with my children, spend with my husband, etc. So those are some of my business goals. What are yours? Yours are going to be different to mine. Don't be put off by mine. Okay? Right? Yours are different. No judgment. Put yours down there. The next thing you want to do once you have your business goals in place is, what are your action words? So I'll give you a few that you might want to use. So one is consistency. I always have this as an action word. Love, give. These are words that are very important to me. This is why I'm always creating content, always giving, always, putting stuff out there to help you, because it's on my vision board. It's just a part of my character to always give and to love. So consistency, love, give, take action. That's mine. I'm a no excuses type of person. So action taking is something that is always going to be on my vision board. Just do it, right? Just do it, Pam. That's something I always think about. I'm going to leave that there. What about family goals? Do you have a family? Do you have children? Or, it could be anybody who you consider family. It doesn't even matter. So perhaps, if you have children, for example, you might put on your vision board some time. You might want to carve out time to spend with them. So on my vision board are movie nights with the family. And the second thing that I have on my vision board are games nights, because these are things that are very important to my kids. These are the things that allow them to feel loved. Quality time is their love language. So we have movie nights every single week and games nights every single week as well with our family. So health and fitness goals. Now, again, your health is so important. You know that I'm not going to talk about that. But for you, what is it? What are your health and fitness goals? For me, it's just working out daily. Work out 5 days a week. Right? That's my thing. Working out, and go for walks. Go for walks daily. That's something that I like to do as well. That's one of the reasons why I got this. My husband got me this actually, this watch to help me to track my fitness goals. So again, it came from my vision board. And then when it comes to the number 5, which is your happiness goal, right? What does it mean for you? Again, this isn't something that I can tell you what to put in there because there are different things that bring us joy. But for me, healthy eating really boosts my happiness. Working out boosts my happiness, but also take at least 1 hour of personal time, right? That's something that is very important to me and boosts my happiness. If I take at least 1 hour of personal time daily to myself. And finally, take Fridays off, right? So I don't work Fridays, right? So these are the things that are important for my happiness goals. And number 6 is travel. So over here, you want to put in some of the things that some of the places you want to visit. Now, forget all of the limitations. Forget oh, but Pam, we can't even travel. Forget all of that. Forget oh, but Pam, I don't even have money to even think about traveling. I've lost my job. I've been made redundant. I'm not interested in that, and neither should you be. We are creating a vision for your higher self, your up-leveled self. The part of you that doesn't take no for an answer, that is who this vision board is for. So just put it in there. Where do you want to go? So one place on my vision board is Turks and Caicos, right? That's where I want to go. We are also wanting to go to the Bahamas. I'm going to leave it there because these are mine. I'm going to fill that in later on, but do yours, right? What is your dream? Do you want to travel 5 times a year, 6 times a year, 10 times a year? It doesn't matter. There are no limitations. And the more you can allow yourself to think in a limitless way, the easier it will be for you to actually achieve some of these goals. I promise you that. And finally, relationships. This is a very important category for me. So that is, for me, call my parents daily. That's very important to me. Number 2 for me would be to increase my circle. I'm always trying to increase my circle of influence. Did you know that have you heard that saying that says that you earn an average of the 5 people who you hang around with the most? That's right. So that's why I'm always trying to increase my circle of influence, and I'm always hanging around or trying to hang around with more people who are doing 7 figures, because that's where I want to be. Do you see my point? That's where we are going. That's where we are headed to. So if that is the same for you, then you want to have that on your on your vision board so that you are able to achieve that. And then finally, I always have this on my vision board. Call a friend a day, right? That's something that I do every single day. When I go for a walk, I call somebody randomly on my phone book, just to say hello, because you've got to keep those relationships alive. So once you have this, now this is rough, right? And this is mine, and it's not obviously mine in its entirety, but you get the drift. So once you have this, step 2 is to find images that represent all of these things, right? So let me go and do that right now. There are 2 places that I recommend that you find images. The first is a website called unsplash.com. In this website, you are able to find free images. So unsplash.com and Pinterest are the 2 sites that I use. There are loads of other places that you could use as well, but these are the things that I use. So what you've got to do is you have got to go to that list on Google Doc, and you've got to start finding images that represent each thing. So the first on my list is 100K per month consistently. So the first thing I think about for an image for that, I might use words for that, right? Or I might use an image that represents how I feel every single month when that is coming in. So I might type in something such as excited woman, right? That's quite nice. This is lovely. Right, so you find an image that represents that, and then what you've got to do once you've found your images is you have got to save them into a folder on your desktop. So this isn't my real vision board, but I'm just going to, for the sake of time, choose an image that represents some of these things so that we can move forward. So I'm going to choose this one. So once you have found all of your images, the next step is to move them over to Canva, where you can create a collage of your images. This is where your vision board is going to come alive. So let's head over to Canva so I can show you. So this is my Canva account. Canva is free to use, by the way. So go ahead and get an account. It's absolutely free. So inside of Canva, I like to search for mood boards collage. This is the one that I love because it gives you, lots of different, look at this. So it's giving you lots of different things that have placeholders that all you then need to do is just to pick the one that you like and then pop your images in there. And that's it. So you don't need to use this specific strategy. You don't need to use Canva. You don't need to use a collage. But this, if you want it to be really easy and quick for you, as I like, then just go to Canva and just type in mood boards collage and you will find this. So let's imagine that you pick any of these, to be honest with you. So we have quite a few things on the vision board and you can move these things around. So I am going to go for this one. So now moving forward, once I have this, the most important thing that I want to do is now go over to my document and start adding things. So I might begin by adding my action words in there. So I'd go back over to Canva and add those action words into the right places. I might move them around, on the screen so that it looks good to me. If I don't like the template, I might choose a different one. It doesn't really matter, but I will just add those keywords. The next thing I want to do is then go back to the folder on my desktop and upload all of the images that I had saved initially into Canva and start moving them in place. So I move each image one by one into place until I'm really happy with the way that it looks and it gives me joy and it makes me feel excited. Once I have all of my images in place and I am happy, the next thing that I do is I go ahead and download this image and then I upload it to my phone onto an app called Visco, VSCO. Inside of this app, I then use some filters to just make my images pop. I really like my images to look a certain way, just to look uniform. I don't want it to look disjointed because that can be a little bit messy on the brain. So by using a filter, they all just sort of come together collectively on this app. So once I have found a filter, all I simply do is I save it on my phone as the home screen so that when I turn my phone off or turn it on, the first thing I see is my vision board. Do you see that? So that is how easy it is to create a digital vision board. But the most important thing is that I'm able to carry this digital vision board on my phone, and it's incredible because it goes with me everywhere and I look at it everywhere that I go. Every time I open my phone, the first thing that I see is my digital vision board. So there you have it. Remember, in order to begin to do this, grab our effective goal setting worksheet. This is what is going to help you to create your vision board and to nail the goals that you have. The link will be below this video, so make sure that you grab that before you get started. And tell me in the comments, what was your biggest takeaway from this? Are you into vision boards? Are you going to create one? Are you going to try it following the steps that I have shared with you? Or do you have any questions that you would like me to answer? Let me know by commenting below and I will be answering every single one of your questions. Thank you and I'll see you in the next video. This, show us you love it by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Thank you so much. Go ahead and subscribe right now.